Okay, so today I thought we'd look at r slash entitled Karens. I think it'll be a good video, so let's get into it. Okay, so August 13, 2022, dinner at 8:30 p.m. What can I say? Absolutely nothing good. This was once our favorite place to eat for a really good meal. Not anymore. They must be under new ownership. Same owners, better management. But because the woman who owned this would have never allowed this behavior to take place, we came in to pick up our usual order of baked rigatoni. I'm not exactly sure if that's how you say it, but yeah. The staff was rude and too busy holding hands and playing kissy face to attend the customers. Our line cooks cannot check out to-go orders, and we're waiting for a server to come. Anyway, we wait 20 minutes for an order that only takes 15 minutes. As the server cashed someone else, the take-home orders at one time were bursting open with food, sauce, and barely any cheese. Our baked rigatoni is the focus of the meatball sauce and cheese. Our noodles are portioned out before the date begins, and each one gets 3 meatballs chopped into the sauce. Chef Boyardee out of the can would have been better. Oh, it gets worse. I called it in to let them know that the order and see what they could do to rectify this matter. When I called, the young lady who answered the phone was very polite when I asked to speak with the manager. Unfortunately, she forgot to mute the line, so I heard the staff saying, "Put it on speakerphone so we all can hear." She did say this, but she is a minor and immature and was educated not to do that. Get their name so we can spit in their food. She never said the spitting in my food is illegal, and we don't tolerate joking about doing so. She was just curious as to what the complaint is. I won't repeat the rest, as you would be just as offended as I was. There was literally nothing else. When the manager got on the line and I explained, you should really have your staff put the phone on hold so the customer cannot hear their snide remarks. He did not even respond, apologize, or try to rectify the matter. He did all of these things. He did all. And you would not stop talking about it after he apologized. Instead, he said, "So what's your problem?" which is extremely unprofessional. He kept asking why you were calling, and you would want to tell him you just kept yelling about the muting incident, which was already apologized for. When I explained our order was lacking, and it's usually amazing luster, he simply said, "We're busy. It's not our fault you didn't get enough to eat." Nope, he explained our portioning. You decided to be rude, then promptly hung up the phone. Again, no, that was you, actually, sir. This is your fault. As pleasing the customer is what keeps your customers coming back, and your business afloat. I will not be recommending this restaurant to anyone. In fact, I will be telling them to avoid it. Please avoid it if you are being rude. Hopefully, this review sheds light on a few flaws in our staffing. This changes in the quality of food, and last but not least, the common sense that you should treat people the way you would want to be treated. I pray that this knowledge allows you the chance to reevaluate the situation before you no longer have to do business. Honestly, and that one, like, I get where they're coming from. Like, the business should have given them the restaurant should have given them proper portioning. But again, also the person writing this sounds kind of like an entitled Karen. Like, not even gonna lie. Yeah, let's move on to our next one. My first encounter with a Karen. Here we go. I had been working a normal 9 to 2 shift and was covering for someone at a register who went to lunch. Not much was happening until I met the one they call Karen. Oh no. At first she was very nice and very sweet. However, that completely changed after she paid for her stuff. I was getting her a receipt and setting it down on the counter. However, accidentally fell to the floor. After she went to get it, she went to give them as they went. She went to. She gave me a sour look and left. When she left, I noticed she left 2 bags of groceries in the store, so I went to give them to her. As I was giving them to her, she said to me, "I'm surprised you didn't drop them like you did to my receipt." It took so much of me to keep my cool, and I told her what had actually happened. She made a big deal saying, "It's not the way God wanted me to talk to people. If it's not the way God wants you to talk to people, then why didn't you say that to me?" So, yeah, come on, you gotta give, like, they came out, tried to do something nice for you, come on. They went all the way out and gave you your groceries, like, come on, they're trying to do something nice for you. You don't gotta be rude to them, because they are trying to do something nice to you. And, like, I don't get why you're so spiteful. Like, they just dropped your receipt, like, of all things, and just your receipt. Like, you can pick that up. And you almost forgot your groceries, which would have been terrible for you. But anyways, let's move on to our third story. Okay, Karen comes demanding service after closing time. Okay. Today at work, I met the Karen. They came 10 minutes after info desk closing time, demanding service. Here's the convo. Me, "I'm sorry, but we closed 10 minutes ago." Karen, I know, but I drove all this way and I'm poor, and there's no way I'm coming all the way back here tomorrow just for this. I'm showing you my card and you will take my information down. Me, "I'm sorry, but I already closed the computer, so I can't get your name to the list right now. So if you could return some other day, you have until next week to sign up for the event." Karen, but I don't have much money. Just take my info, or I won't sign up for the event at all. Me, wanting to just say okay and let her leave, but knowing my boss will chew me up later if I don't comply. So instead, I'll write it on a piece of paper then. Karen, good. Now see, it wasn't that hard. Then they proceed to tell me their whole sob story about why they were late and complaining about the customer service and why we closed so early and we should always be ready to serve no matter what. Yeah, I mean, always be able to serve no matter what. It's like if you try to go to a restaurant at 1 in the morning that's not like a fast food restaurant and expect to be served, then I mean, I think you need to go get checked, because ain't nowhere serving you at 1 a.m. that's not a fast food restaurant or a highway stop. So yeah, and why can't you just wait till tomorrow? Like, it might take you a long trip to get here, and like, it might take you all day, but like, still, like, you're obviously, if you plan to get here this late, you like most likely have a hotel or some sort of sleeping arrangement, because if you came all this way for this, then you're gonna end up here at closing time. Like, I assume closing is like late, like 9 or 10 maybe, I don't know when restaurants close. But yeah, and yeah, so I just think that these were some entitled Karens. The first one seemed like a Karen telling the story themselves, but I don't know if that was just me. But so yeah, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, your favorite low budget content creator. And with that, goodbye, have a nice day, see you next time.